Did you know that in the 19th century, a famous inventor, Thomas Edison, had a rather unusual hobby? He was fascinated by the idea of communicating with the dead. Edison dabbled in what was then called spirit communication, and even designed a spirit phone that he claimed could contact the afterlife. Imagine a seance with Edison trying to chat with spirits through a prototype of a modern telephone. Speaking of odd inventions, did you know that in the early 20th century, there was a device called the electric belt that was advertised as a cure-all for ailments ranging from fatigue to impotence? People actually wore belts with electric currents flowing through them, hoping to be zapped back to health. It sounds like a sci-fi gimmick, but these gadgets were quite popular. And let's not forget the flamboyant personalities of history. In the 18th century, the British aristocrat Beau Brummell was a fashion icon whose meticulous grooming and elaborate attire set trends in Europe. His dedication to fashion was so intense that he would spend hours perfecting his cravat, and even went so far as to dictate fashion standards for an entire era. Imagine having someone so influential that their morning routine was a national spectacle. Now, here's a quirky fact. In the early 1900s, there was a merry-go-round or carousel that featured live animals instead of carved horses. In places like New York's Coney Island, visitors could ride on real camels and elephants, adding a bit of exotic excitement to the traditional amusement park experience. Lastly, consider the extravagant lifestyle of the 16th century Italian noblewoman Isabella who was known for her grandiose palace parties. She even hosted an elaborate masquerade ball where guests were required to wear intricate costumes and masks, with some reports claiming that her gatherings were the epitome of opulence and creativity. So next time you think about the quirks of modern life, remember that history was full of